Hi, greetings and salutations. Today I worked a little bit on the bus, and I pretty much completed everything I needed to do, at least on this side of the basement. I got my, I gotta cut that off. I got my drain pipe that goes from the shower over on this side all the way up to the front over to the sink up there. It was kind of sagging, so I put some strapping on it to keep it elevated. Yeah, let's see, anyway, I got the shower drain hooked up. I have to test it, make sure it doesn't leak yet. Can't really do that until the tile's done. No, it's not done yet. Almost. I gotta grout the tile yet. Once that's done, then I can test it, make sure it doesn't leak. One more thing I need to do is drill a hole through here so I can run a pin to keep this thing from moving around in transit, and just really drill a hole through here into this wood, maybe all the way through the framing or something like that. For the most part, everything's done in here. I got my fuel filter that's installed, so now I just need to go get some gas and put some gas in there and make sure that it's going to work. I did test that concept with with electric fuel pump. I tested that with a gas can, stuck the hose in the gas can, but now I need to put gas in that fuel cell and make sure that thing works. Oh, and the other thing is, sorry for the wind noise. It turns out I didn't need to get a new sending unit for that, and the gauge is installed right here now. Turns out I just needed to make sure that the ground, it had a good ground. So look here. Yeah. Okay. Hooked up the low air buzzer too. So the thesis of today's video is sometimes being a hoarder pays. Sometimes. Let me show you what I mean. All right, in the last video, I showed you that I made that I don't know what you want to call it, the little armrest thing with the cup holder and the switch panel. That whole setup there used to be mounted on an angle on a 45, so you couldn't really rest your arm anywhere. The seat doesn't have an armrest on it. This latch mechanism, this rod went all the way up and went up through the top, up inside there, and you had to manually pull this to open this door. Well, you can see right here, you can see that used to be the slope for this, and the switches, the interior light switches and the fan switches and all that stuff were mounted on this 45 angle. Well, I added this much to it, about 3.5 inches, and then made that top piece so it was flat. Well, let's go up inside. Go up inside and I'll show you where that rod is supposed to come out. Some lights, please. Thank you. Okay, so you can see I added, well, it's probably more like 4 inches, so that it would be flat here. And here's that panel. And hold on a second. Okay, welcome back. So what I have here, these switches up here in the front. One is going to be for the fuel pump for the generator. And then the other one, what was I going to use the other one for? Oh, the other one was for power for the, is going to be power for this. I used to have this. This is for that little diesel heater down there. And this thing, if the way I had it hooked up, was on all the time. So I need to find the power for this and make it so that I can turn it off and on with one of those switches. And then this gang switch here will be for, like, come on, get in there, you can do it. Yeah, this anyway. So those fit the I'm pretty sure those fit the original bus switches, so I'm going to utilize those. I've got the two fans, the circ pump. If I end up using that, at this point I don't think I'm going to be using it, but I may, and then maybe one more for lights, or maybe I'll just use those for lights. But I got plenty of room for more switches up here. But this is where, roughly, this rod came through. I don't want this coming through my armrest, right? So I was pondering, and I was thinking, what could I use? It dawned on me that I have something that's been in my possession since 2003 or 4. A good long time. I thought this would be the perfect spot to use this item. Let me show you what it is. I bought this. This is a shaved door handle system. I was going to use this on the red dually because when I did the frame off, I shaved the door handles, the stake pockets, the tailgate, the tail lights, tailgate. I shaved everything, and then in 2012 when I brought it back out here, I unshaved everything, which was a real pain in the ass. I don't recommend that. But when you shave the door handles, what does that mean? I removed the door handles, so there's no door handles. So the only way you could get in, the way I was getting in was I just opened the vent window, reach inside, and open it from the door handle on the inside. That was really inconvenient. You could never really lock your car. So I bought these from a guy that was working for me at the time. These are electrical solenoids that you mount inside the door. And I think this has like a, I forget what the pull rate on this is, but these are pretty stout solenoids. I think they're 40-pound pulls, something like that. And you'd mount this somewhere in the door, wherever you could fit it in, and use this to pull the mechanism from the inside of the door. And it come with relays and a couple of key fobs where you could use your key fob to activate it, right? Come up to your car and push a button, pop, doors would open. And then you'd have to mount this somewhere in the jamb. This is a spring-loaded, it's called a door popper. It's just a spring-loaded dealio. Anyway, I bought that from a guy that was working for me back in 2003 or 4, or maybe it was 2005, I don't remember. It was a long damn time ago, 15 years ago anyway, because I've been here for 15 years. Been sitting in a trailer, just sitting there, collecting dust. And a couple of occasions I thought about throwing these away because they're just taking up space. I thought, no, I might find a use for them someday. Well, today was the day. So let me show you how I mounted this. So here's that solenoid, and I had to cut that bar and I modified it. And then there's also a 30 to 40 amp relay. And there's a push button switch right here, and when I want to open that door, I just push that button. There's a solenoid right here, and I added this piece. I had to modify the little thing here, and yeah, I can't really activate it from here. Maybe I can. There you go. Did you catch that? I'll do it one more time. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What do they say? Necessity is the mother of invention. I might have to move that solenoid down and remodify this because it's pretty high, and I think maybe that armrest dealio is going to make contact with it. I might just go ahead and put some, I got some of that rubber strip left. I might just cover the top of that solenoid with some rubber and call it a day. Certainly don't want it grounding out. That would suck. Speaking of hoarding, so let me show you another thing that I haven't installed it yet per se, but I got it and I put it in here. I was a little bit concerned that maybe it wouldn't fit, but let me show you what I got here. This is going to be my toolbox. Yeah. So this thing is 4 feet long and a couple feet wide and about I don't know, 5 inches deep. You should be able to hold a few tools in here. And I need to get a new lock for it, but those are expensive, those weather guards. These are 14 gauge steel, and these are designed to fit in the back of a van, like a plumbing van that has the racks on the inside, for plumbing bits and electrical bits, and then this fits between on the floor, and you can actually, this actually had skateboard tape on it, and you can use this to walk on it. It's thick enough metal, and it's sturdy enough that you can walk on it and stuff, and this just provides for some underfoot storage for other stuff. And I'll tell you the story how I came about this. It was a long time ago. I was still living in, I think I was living in Henderson, and I went to pick apart up in at the Lamb Yard up in North Las Vegas to look for parts for either this dually that I'm leaning against or the Suburban, because I didn't have the Jeeps at the time. So I think I was looking for some square body stuff, and I went up to the junkyard, and it was a bust. It happens. They have a truck section and a car section. I was in the truck section, and then I walked the perimeter fence back, and I happened to be almost to back up towards the checkout, where you go to check out, and right there by the entrance was this thing laying up against the fence. It wasn't in anything. It was laying up against the fence. And I saw that. I thought, boy, that's really got to be part of my life, man. So I had my dolly with me, thankfully, because that thing is freaking heavy. And I put it on my dolly, and I didn't make it 30 feet. I run around the corner, and as I went around the corner, there were two guys coming down, and they saw me, and they went, "Oh, you're going to buy that, aren't you?" And I said, "Yep, I'm going to buy this." That cost $700 new. I got it for $60. Sometimes it pays to have your head on a swivel, and sometimes you just need to take advantage of deals like that, because quite honestly, I could have flipped that, doubled my money, and I'd have been happy. But this has been sitting in the trailer since, for 8 years. It's been sitting in the trailer waiting. I was going to put it in here, and then I thought, once I got the bus, I figured that'd be a good spot for a toolbox. And it's tucked out of the way, and I can put a lock on it. It's secure, and I can have all my tools right here in this location. And I got to pull that toolbox back out. I've got the holes marked, and I got to drill out the holes and bolt it in place, and then that's done. I've got to hook up my wires for the tank level dealios for the gray tank and the black tank. I started that and I didn't finish it. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Do that, and once that's done, this compartment's done. So I'm just about done with everything in the basement. I just gotta bolt down that toolbox and hook up those 2 wires, put some gas in that fuel cell. Bob's your uncle. That's done. And then I can finally test the generator, make sure that my generator power works for the bus. And then one more thing I want to show you before I close out this video. Such as everything in my life, I just wander around for the last half an hour like a dumb goof looking for the thing I want to show you, and it was right in front of me the whole time. Back here in the generator cube, I have this Generac 7500, I think, 7,000 watt generator, 10,500 peak. And I cut it out of the cradle that it was in, and I mounted that in here. I turned the box around. These 2 120 outlets here that I can use for whatever. And so I thought, well, I got a couple of things here. I got a 12 volt DC. That's a trickle charger. I could use it for a trickle charger, I suppose, a charger. So I could use this while we're doing. I got that. It's in the trailer. It plugs right in there. It's got alligator clips. I could run that up into the battery compartment, which is going to be under the bed, and I can use that to charge the batteries. And then I got this big fan here. Well, this kind of big fan, 12 volt fan that I took from one of the bus heaters. And that's 12 volts. And the way I'm going to power that is with this. Now, I'm kind of a pack rat, and a hoarder. And sometimes if stuff pays off, but what I have here is a 12 volt power supply from a computer. I've been using this. Come on. I've been using this to charge my RC batteries. Well, I don't use it anymore for charging RC batteries because I don't, my RC batteries are butkus. And the only thing that I have to use RC batteries for is for my electric skateboard, and I haven't ridden that since I broke my arm 2 years ago. Almost 2 years. But I'm going to get that. I'm going to resurrect that pretty soon, and I'm going to use 18650 batteries. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm here in the bed. Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so what we have here, that 4-inch coupler right there goes directly into the generator compartment. Once I have everything done, that's getting filled with spray foam, getting sealed off. But that red and black wire there, that twisted pair that's right next to it, that's the wires to that little electric fan. So I thought, put that down in there, run the cord through the hole, down into the generator compartment. Plug that into the generator, wire that into the output here for that fan, and then whenever the generator fires up, that fan's gonna be running. Super genius. I amaze myself sometimes. That's the plan. We'll find out shortly whether or not my plan is worth the Tinker's Dam. So, Let me finish up, get a couple butt connectors, and I'll finish that wiring up on the other side and get that done. And then in the next video, we'll start testing these things. Maybe by then I'll start grouting some tile. I doubt it. But anyway, if you like this video, smash the like button and share this video with your vast social media network. That's the best thing you can do for this channel. Appreciate it if you can do that. If you haven't done so yet, I encourage you at this time to click the subscribe button and the little bell icon that's right next to it. That way YouTube will let you know the next time I upload a video, because you want to miss this. Oh, I left the light on. Also, if you shop on Amazon, please consider checking the links in the description. If you see something in these videos you like, please click on those links and purchase that product. Or if you don't want to purchase that product, you can still help this channel financially by clicking on that link, going to whatever you do want through that link, and then purchasing that product, and that way the channel can earn a little bit of a commission. It's just pennies, but every penny counts. Because let me tell you something, stuff ain't cheap. If you want to throw me a bone, there's PayPal, and if you want to support this channel for as little as $3 a month, check out Patreon. If you can afford to do that, I deeply appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you can't afford to do that, enjoy the content anyway. Don't put yourself out. It just means we're probably related. So until next time, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep it powder dry, have a splendid day. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.